Sorry.
There's that kind of that we'll call it maybe an urban legend in the real estate world. It's like, oh, those cash buyers from California, they're everywhere. And so let's talk about this actually, since we are on the subject. So I saw some reports, and then I dug into it some more. Nationally, um, they're saying cash purchases were about 34% of all home sales in the third quarter of this year. And when you see that, it's like, wow, that is a lot. And the thing that's interesting about that is nationally, but when you actually look at what markets, those are the markets that's happening the most. It's Atlanta, it's Detroit, Dearborn, right? It's Tucson, it's Las Vegas, it's Phoenix, Columbus, Ohio, St. Louis, Sacramento, San Francisco. I think San Francisco for a different reason, but all of those I just listed, all of those markets have institutional home buyers. Okay, so these are companies that buy lots of homes, and they either most of them just end up renting them, right?
Interesting point. I hadn't thought of, Tego. Especially, we know the Phoenix, Tucson markets, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of institutional buyers there.
Absolutely.
So, of course, they're paying cash.
You're seeing a lot of cash sales in those markets, right? And that has a lot to do with it. Albuquerque area, we don't really have. There's a few institutional buyers here. Basically, people.
We did do one with Open Door that bought one of our listings, but they're not really here.
No, and that's different. I'm talking about the ones that buy it to rent it. Okay, I mean, I know there's a few. There's a company here that offers the lease purchase option for people where they'll buy it for cash, and then you can lease it back from them.
There's a couple of those, yeah.
But
we've helped people buy that way. They can be cash buyers by agreeing to lease the house for a while until they can convert it to a buy.
So the reality is, and I hear this narrative out there that, oh, it's those cash buyers from out of state, they're coming in and, buying up all the homes. It's like, well, no, the truth is in our markets, only about 17% of the homes that have sold this year are cash sales, which is actually really not any different than any other time. It's very common. A lot of those, I bet if we really dug into those, I bet we'd find that a lot of those are local investors that are buying those homes for either investment to rent or investment as a flip as well. So, there's always going to be those, and there's always going to be that big money coming in from elsewhere to buy up all the homes, but we don't see a big surge of that or huge part of that in the Albuquerque market. And like I said, it's only 17%.
We have had a couple luxury homes on the market recently where we've represented the sellers. We have the one right now in Tinnen Farms in the North Valley, and a few others. And it's interesting because, I can't be that specific, but one particular home we represented recently, high-end luxury, ended up with offers over $1 million and over $100,000 over list price and cash, and a backup offer similar, also cash. But in general, Tego, in the last year, I would say our team's history is a lot of the luxury buyers are local. And a lot of those people are move-up buyers. They're still in their first home that they've outgrown, and they're now in a better financial position to buy their dream home.
A lot of these, people that have now owned their own home, let's say they bought their home in 2012, 11, 13, at, quote, the bottom of the market. The equity that people have built in their homes, I mean, they have a beautiful nest egg right now.
That's right.
Yeah.